metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to
did it.
Just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit.
I found somebody stupider than RiceGum on YouTube, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. I'm Radio Tommy, playing all your top 10 hits of your kids. All right. Requested story yesterday. I ignored it. Probably wasn't a good business move, but it's like I said, and if anybody of you guys follow me on Twitter, if I found it so dumb and so stupid that it just didn't, and there wasn't a lot of laughs there. You're coming off the Facebook killing. I want to have some laughs, so I went with Onision, who's not good for any laughs. But this story has gotten bigger and grown in ways, and I'm not going to talk about all of it. But for some reason, I watch Phil DeFranco pretty much religiously, but I think something told me that I was really going to hate his take on this, maybe just subconsciously. And I decided not to do anything. I watched both DeFranco's videos covering the DaddyOFive situation, and I was horrified. I got to be honest with you. I was. There's no other way to put it. I was horrified from what I saw, and I'm not going to do what a lot of the other YouTube commentators do. I'm not going to throw the word abuse out there. I don't know what abuse goes to the standard, whatever the law standard is in that particular state. I don't know. I'm not going to throw it out there. I'm going to be as careful as I can because I actually care about this family and I care about those kids. But I don't know what to do. But here's the thing. When you watch the videos, and the ink stuff is like the least of the bad things going on there. I'll be perfectly honest with you. That's pretty bad, and it's pretty lousy. But some of the physical stuff I found a bit more disturbing. It sure feels like it. I have a similar opinion, that there's sort of a narrative out there that the whole thing was a work and the kids are just brilliant actors. I don't know if I'm buying that. And then I find out they're kind of stepkids over there. What the fuck is that? What are you doing to me, you jackfuck? This is not the time to be doing that. And then I find out they're like the stepkids. And does anybody find it even mildly amusing the kids got red hair? Yes, tasteless joke, I suppose. I'm looking for humor in this. This is not what I want to do for a living. But I think when things rise to this level, especially with the adpocalypse going on and YouTubers just not looking good in the mainstream media, you have to. A lot of people are asking me about the interview with Keemstar. Keem is tanking a shit ton of undue heat by a bunch of people that think they are fucking psychologists and doctors, and because they Googled it. I Googled it. I got a PhD. What I think Keem was trying to do is help this family, because I think he realized what I did. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. What do you mean? You can't hit your kid with a crowbar? It's just funny. My daddy hit me with a crowbar. That's what I think we're dealing with here. And I think Keem knows something that I do. That it's easy for us as people, just random people on the internet, to say, call in social services, send in the government, send in the cops, arrest everybody. You know why? Because it's not our kids that are being taken away. It's not us being arrested or our loved ones. We'll just feel good about ourselves when it happens. And he might, DaddyOFive, how about DaddyOFive to 10? Because that's what it's starting to look like. And I think what Keem was doing, He's trying to help those people so they didn't lose their kids. And we can all fucking on the internet, we can sit there and wave the flag and just get rid of them. And then the story goes away and we don't know what happens to these kids. And we don't know if the situation is worse somewhere else. Well, they got a biological mother. Yeah, sure. How do we know that's not worse? You already lost the kids once. I don't know that that's the case. And if that's the best place for them, that's fine. But I'm a little fucking irritated with all these YouTube commenters and all these YouTube commentators, 19 fucking years old, never spent a day in college, much less going to be a doctor, passing judgment as I want what's best for those kids. I don't know what it is, and probably you don't either. And it's, do I seem a little pissed off? Yes. Is it a work? No. I say this begrudgingly because it's the worst possible scenario. From what I saw from these videos, I think, and I pray to God that CPS is somehow normal in their state, that probably should look in to check if everything's okay at the very least. And I say that because my experience with CPS, whether it be in Europe or the United States, is I've never met a human being that worked there. They're either unbelievably stupid, incompetent, and that's why they got the job in the first place, because their uncle works for the government, and this is where they stick there, or they're power-hungry cunts. So this is the last option to me, not the first. If it has to be that way, it has to be that way. And I pray, and I don't even believe in God, because there is none, that the person that's in charge of looking into what's going on over there has good judgment. But the odds are they don't have good judgment because they wouldn't have that job, because they only have one of two reasons: the stupid or the power hungry. That's my experience with CPS. If you think, oh, you're making fun of social workers. Yes, I'm making fun of social workers. My experience is they're fucking horrible. Horrible people that oh so close resemble Nazis. When my father in 1989 won me in court after living with my abusive mother, real abusive mother, some of this shit would have made that look fucking petty, what I went through. I had a CPS, or there they called it DaddyOFive person, actually take her own time the day that I was supposed to be the day before I was supposed to be transferred to my father's. And by the way, if I hadn't have been sent to my father's, I would probably be in prison. Well, they fought for her, my mother, so fucking hard, simply on the basis that she was a woman. And they lost because my mother was wrong, to make a long story short. Well, this CPS, DaddyOFive, Huguenot, whatever fucking Nazi organization she belonged to, came to my house to talk to me, but not as a representative of the state of New Jersey. She did it on her own. And I'll never forget this because she had a glass eye. And she told me that my father wasn't coming to get me tomorrow, over and over and over and over again. Because she felt a sense of loss for her fucking cause, not me. Not the 13-year-old boy. So this is my experience with CPS. And it's been no different over here. When they got involved in my divorce, I had to get a translator. And that happened to be my brother-in-law. He was going through a divorce first. You know what the first thing they asked him? To intimidate him. Where do you live? Where are you from? That's not what he was there for. He was there for me to translate into German. They were trying to intimidate him. And I remember saying, get up, get out. This is a screw job. Get out. I didn't want them searching around. I didn't want them giving a call to wherever the fuck he lived in Germany, to the local CPS, because that's my experience. So, call me crazy, and maybe I don't know what child abuse is, but I know where this road leads. And I suppose you could give me well, they're not all like that. Well, maybe they aren't. I didn't run into it. And I lived in 2 different countries. And I talked to people all over the world, and all their experiences are the same. So, excuse me if I don't want to take the kids away just fucking yet, and I want it to be the last goddamn thing that happens. I said this on Twitter, and I mean it. The best interest of the child is the most abused sentence in any fucking European language by government. So sorry I'm not getting on the hate Keemstar bandwagon. I think he was very sincere. He didn't want them to lose their family, and they're probably too stupid to know what's going on. How can Keem side with this guy? He's a child abuser. No, what he was doing was trying to help them. And we don't know if he's a child abuser for a fact. Yes, I understand. I don't believe their story. But some people honestly don't know this shit. And take it, and stupid, did you hear what I just said? He's by getting slapped around now. He'll go to a foster home and get a dick in his ass. How about that? Will you feel better about that? Oh, that's right. When the story goes away, you won't know Cody's name. It's coffee, not fucking booze, you dipshit. So I'm giving Keem a little bit of a break here. Reluctantly, I don't particularly like him. I don't think he's a wonderful human being. But I did know this when I did work for him. He loves his family, and he doesn't want to see other families get destroyed. So all you guys in the chat can wave the fucking flag of take his kids away, not knowing the whole story, because none of us do. Yes, I understand he's stupid. I understand she's stupid. My gut instinct says somebody's got to do something, but I'm not going to sit there and pretend I know what the fuck that is. I think all we know at this point, somebody's got to go over there and check if those kids are okay. I'm a little suspicious of somebody that lost, a woman that lost their kids. Can you believe that? I'm a little suspicious. If they belong back with the biological mother, so fucking be it. But I don't know the story. Hey, Tommy, but they made a false statement of her, and that's how they got the kids. Yeah, that's what she's saying. The judge already looked over it. I don't know the whole case, and nor do you. Fuck DaddyOFive to 10. What about Cody and Emma? Stop thinking of yourselves. There's something fucked up going on over there. That would probably started off as a joke, started coming in, they're doing it for monetary gain, which is absolutely the worst. Something that started off as a joke probably became necessary income over there. This is why kids shouldn't be allowed to fucking act on television. Or at least get paid for it. Hollywood should make a rule, volunteers, that's it. Bring the kids on tour. Dude, calm down. You're not saying anything. I'm not proving anything. Oh, you're a dipshit. Call me up. I'll fuck all you up and you know it. I give a shit about these kids, and I am sick and fucking tired of fucking 19-year-old boys, not men, making all sorts of judgment. They have no idea what they're fucking talking about. I've dealt with TPS. I had a pretty fucking bad situation, but could have always been worse. I always could have been put in a foster home. Most of the kids I know that went to foster home back in the 80s, they usually ended up dead on drugs or God knows what else, and usually raped. So I'm not so quick to pull that string. That's the last fucking option. And I find it insulting that people go to that. You don't even know these people. You don't know if they have a crazy CPS worker that's in charge of their district. I'm sorry, I don't trust the government. So, yeah, I'm thinking personally, I'm not going to dump on Keem for this. I think he's doing his fucking best. Do I buy everything he's selling? Do I think he's going, I wouldn't have touched the fucking story. I tried to avoid it myself. But everybody cool the fuck off and let the government do its job. It's impossible to get a fucking driver's license. How do you think they're going to handle your kids, you stupid ass? Exactly. Nobody does. That's why nobody does. But I'm speaking to the people that are demanding those children be taken away. That's who I'm speaking to. Everybody cool the fuck off. I understand the outrage. I understand DeFranco's outrage. I understand everybody's outrage about that. It is outrageous. It made me angry. It made me mad. Don't get that. But I know what the next level is, and it could be worse. I want to get it right. I don't want to appear to look right or self-righteous. That's called virtue signaling. I don't do that. $708, you're on the air.
Yo, what's up?
What do you got?
Oh, all right. So I just want to call and say thank you. So I was on Love Phones the other day, and you gave me some information, some valuable information, I guess, and it worked. So she's coming over after, in an hour.
Congratulations. I'm doing another show on a different topic. I didn't open up the phone lines yet for that.
Yeah, but I did want to ask, so did you, ever follow the TK story even more? Because they did get kicked out. They're getting evicted for sure.
Fuck. I can't talk about it now, but I am interested. Call back. I'm sorry. I'm doing another show. I can't do this. You're calling out of turn. When I say open up the phone lines, right. I'll make this thing. I'm not going to freak out on you, all right? When I say open up the phone lines, that means all subjects. Right now, we're doing DaddyOFive to 10. All right? Call back. You can call back. Okay. You can try to get back on the show. But right now, it's just DaddyOFive. I'm not saying Keem handled it right, but I think he was trying to help. And I'm not going to fucking... I'm just not going to bash somebody. I think he cares. I do. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think he did. I think he did. And that's why he's fucking politely trying to nudge these people and stop being so stupid. Stop burying yourself even more. Stop lying. Why don't you make a fucking video and then put all the good things? Like anything. He was basically slick, but they're too dumb. That's the problem. They're too dumb. 720, you're on the air.
Hey, Tommy, what up?
What you got for me?
So I used to work in childcare.
Mm-hmm.
And, you see these kids, there's kids walk in with, empty Patron bottles. Mm-hmm. There's kids that all their mom does is get drunk on their bed. And it's you see that and you know that it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do anything about it.
I imagine it's very frustrating.
And it's well, unless you're willing to adopt these kids and put them in your house that you know is safe, we shouldn't be asking to put them into random people's houses that aren't.
That's a good point. It's all these people over here. We got to bring the refugees in. You gonna put them in your place? Yeah. To date in England, not one celebrity that said they'd put them in their place has done it. But you're right. It can always get worse. It can get worse than living in that big house. It can get a lot worse.
I used to live in South Central LA too, and as a Mormon, I'm a Mormon missionary.
Oh boy, you're fun. I loved it when you knocked on my door, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I was in Compton and Long Beach, and
Jesus,
you would knock on a meth house or a crack house, and there's kids in there.
Yeah,
and you can't
you can't do nothing.
You call the cops and the cops shoot from the kids, or
yeah. Well, when I was in New Jersey, all the white kids, they got, they didn't get the CPS didn't dare go into the bad neighborhoods, and you have situations where these poor black kids were really abused, like almost tortured in a military fucking manner, and they died. And the CPS worker was always, he's there last week and he was fine. And meanwhile, this kid's got nails all over his body. I mean, I had those situations too. CPS doesn't work the same way in the hood that it does in Woodbridge, New Jersey. And in my experience, and I understand the frustration, I really get the outrage for people, but it's like throwing around the word pedophile to me as easy as people too. When some 17-year-old guy's dating a 14-year-old girl and they're both in high school together, it's like throwing this taking away the kids thing is dangerous. And I get you want to help these kids. I've seen the boy myself. I'd like to kick the guy's ass, to be perfectly honest with you. But he's stupid. And if it can't be fixed, maybe they do have to go. But it's the last thing you want. The last thing. Not the first. And it's easy for us to say that. And then when it happens, this story goes away in a month and nobody gives a fuck about this family. Or those children. Yeah, forget the fuck him. Fuck her.
The kids end up, kids end up worse. And
even worse. That's what I want to know. I want to know that it's not going to get worse from here. If that means going back to the biological mother, that means being taken care of, that means finding them a good foster home, great. But I don't know for a fucking fact. And I don't have a problem with people saying that's child abuse. I'm not going to do it because I don't know the law. That's up to you. I think you can objectively come up with that's child abuse, especially when it's being done. I mean, it does. It looks like they're abusing their kids to make money. I don't believe. You're a Mormon missionary. I don't believe in God. Maybe you do, and you believe in hell. But if there is a hell, you're going there for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would call it child abuse just because I have worked in like education and like kind of what is classified underneath what the code is and what we have to report.
Mm-hmm.
It does definitely would be child abuse if the kid told you that this was happening or if he showed you the videos they were in.
Sure, it does look that way to me. First of all, I'm also being careful because of legal reasons. That's another thing our 19-year-old commentary community that knows so much about the world doesn't reason. I am protecting myself in some aspect as well, but in another aspect, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't want to be sued. That's reasonable. You know,
Yeah,
I get where you call. I can imagine going to South Central Los Angeles and everybody's fucking cracked the fuck out, and these poor little children, you just want to grab them and run away and help them, but you can't help everybody. I imagine your frustration. But my point is, those are the times when we see stuff like that, when our emotions get us and we want to do something crazy, that's the time to be the calmest. That's the time to use better judgment. That's not the time to get angry and crazy, even though you probably should go in there with an AK-47 and wipe out the whole fucking family except the kids. But you can't. You can't. You got what's best for the kids. And it's usually not what the government wants. The government wants the stamp of approval. We decided what was best for the kids. They don't care if it's actually the best for the kids.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the call, bud.
One last point.
Sure, go ahead.
Just like, so I graduated college and I've got a job that pays me around.
Did you go to Brigham Young?
$1,000 a year.
Did you go to Brigham Young?
Yeah, I did.
I figured. You creepy Mormon. Go ahead.
But like,
I wish you would call another time so I can make fun of your religion.
People in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Down there. And when I make $70,000 a year, I make more than like 5 of the single moms I used to
put
go
together.
over their house. Like they couldn't afford rent.
Yeah, that's a different. But that's an issue of poverty and opportunity. It's a whole different thing. You saw it. You saw it. Yeah.
These kids, these mothers have 2 or 3 kids, and they're supporting them on nothing but food stamps.
Sure.
And then these kids get taken away into another place where the foster parents aren't much better.
Yeah.
Like that's
good.
Ends up.
Thank you for backing me up.
So, thanks, Tommy.
Thank you. Take care. Yeah, I've seen it. Cockroaches coming out of the Captain Crunch. Yeah, it's that bad. Let Real Talk tell you. He lived it. I just saw it. And I was lucky that I didn't grow up in that neighborhood. And what he's telling you, it could get worse. So, yes, I get a little upset when everybody's like just running to lock everybody up. If somebody needs to get locked up and they break the law, then they need to get locked up. But it's just self-righteous to sit there and act like you know what the fuck's going on here. We don't know. From the looks of it, he's full of shit and he's abusing his kids. But I don't want to be the one that gets that kid sent to a more dangerous place where he has less of an opportunity. That's not me. I want him to be in a place, and if that's the best, and that sucks if that's the best he can get, but it can get worse than that, that's all I'm saying. Let's put somebody in there that has a half brain in their head so I don't get angry. I don't even know. Squiggles, you're on the air. Squiggles? I don't know. I hope the fucking thing's working. Hello? Well, I don't know if something wrong with you. Hey, what's up? You're on the air.
Sorry, I was just saying to mute the stream.
Sure.
Well, you see, I'm a bit older like you, Tommy, so I know what the system's like. I've been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it's a lot of...
I lost you, Squiggles.
Sorry.
Okay.
You've got to think about the well-being of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first thing that needs to happen is YouTube being the way it is right now. They should stop that channel right now.
I think that's a different issue. If what if we stop the channel and they got no money coming in though? I mean, I'm trying to think of
I mean, their motivation is money.
Yeah, it is
disgusting. They wouldn't be doing this and broadcasting it everywhere if YouTube put a stop on it.
It is amazing that they were entertaining people what appears to be abusing their children, and they just pretty much have flown under the radar. And how many subs do they have?
Oh God! I mean, it's been going on.
Let me check this out. And this says more about society than anything else. How many subs this guy have?
Yeah, you're right.
How many subs does this guy have? That's what it appears to be for me.
But instead of running to CPS, flipping flag the videos, get YouTube.
700,000. Not that big, but it's still pretty big. I don't know. It might be the right thing here. I'm sick of watching. You know what it is? It's because I'm old. And I see, it's hard for me that I see some of these commentators, and they are adults as far as the legal age, and I just don't see them that way. And I'm like, you haven't lived. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You mean well. I think they mean well, but at the end of the day, they're doing it for views too. I'm monetizing this shit. I'm an entertainer. There's fucking ads on newspapers. All newspapers are on it. I get that, but I don't know if you know this. Like, I never bitch about my wife, right? Ever. Ever. Maybe I'm here for a joke, but I never. And here's why I don't do it, because I learned when I was a kid. Because when you bitch about your boyfriend or your significant other, what does your best friend always say? Get rid of them. Exactly. Every time. But because to them it's very simple. It's get rid of. If you're unhappy, if you're bitching to me all the time, then just do it. It just comes out of your mouth so quickly. And I try not to do that when people bitch about their significant other to me now. And it's like, well, if you're not happy, get rid of them. I did it all the time when I was a teenager and when I was but they don't know what that implies. And it's easy to say because they're not getting the breakup.
You see, what a lot of people don't understand with CPS is they're just like people that knock on the door. They don't make the decisions. It's other people that make decisions. They just take the findings, give it to someone else. Not people that go knocking on the door,
I think that depends on country to country, to state to state, because they had a shit ton of power where I was from.
Yeah.
And in Germany, I was told just before my divorce happened that they had just been stripped of a bunch of power because of abuse. And I think it depends on state to state. There's probably some states where they don't have enough power.
No, and I'm not sure about this mother story, because if she's lost a kid.
Yeah, did that ring to you too? Like, do you have any idea what you have to do in the United States to lose your? I know women that had heroin problems that kept their kids. And the guy had a job and a place for the kids. I saw it happen myself multiple times. No, many reasons I don't. It was just because she was a woman. I saw it.
Yeah, because what they do is they let them take drug tests.
Yeah. There's a different standard for men and women in the CPS that I've seen.
I think what the best thing is to do is for everyone to kind of back off and let YouTube do their thing. Let CPS, if they want to investigate, they investigate.
Yeah.
But I think everyone pushing on it and pushing it will make it worse for the kids.
I think they're just virtue signaling themselves in a lot of sense. It's not even right. It's not even outrage as much as it is. Look at me. I'm pointing out something that's bad in the world, and that makes me good. That's not always the case.
No, it's not.
I mean, even. I don't know, like it even, and I understand because it's anger and it's righteous anger. Like when I saw Phil DeFranco and he was sort of reading their apology statement and then also superimposing some of the abuse or the alleged abuse in the photographs or in the videos and putting that all together. It does give you a bit of a biased view. I get where he's coming from because he's furious, but I don't know if that's helping. And I do think,
difficult. Like I said, we don't know enough. We're not there. We don't live there.
I don't know. I wish people understood what it meant when these people get involved.
I just want the kids to be okay.
That's all I want.
Kids that are getting singled out.
That's all I want. Thank you for the call. It's a great call, by the way.
Bye.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. Nice girl. Who else is here? A lot of people in here. What does this guy want? Are you Vanilla Rice?
Muted.
Don't act like a fucking douche in this one.
Hello. Yes, so I just wanted to spread the good word of lads on tour. And
fuck off, man. I'll fucking ban you from my server, you fuck prick. You gonna plug your shit when I'm talking about something like this? You don't give a fuck about these kids?
I know, I do.
You don't give a fuck about these guys? I'm not even kidding with you, pal. I'm not even joking. I know you're trying to get famous and all that other give, and I actually kind of like your work, but you would actually do that when you see that I'm fucking this pissed off for real? What the fuck is the matter with you? Seriously. Are you sick?
Muted.
Yeah. Is something wrong with you? Are you mentally ill? I'd like to know. Am I coming off like I have any tolerance? Is there any inflection in my voice that makes you think that I'm fucking joking, Vanilla Rice?
No.
Or are you still so hung up on becoming YouTube famous that you have to fucking spam my fucking chat when I'm talking about something like this? You don't give a fuck? What, you don't have kids? What a shock. You still live with your parents? Do you still live with your parents?
I'm 16.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of here. Ban that guy from my goddamn Discord. Jackass. Assault, you're on the air. Don't piss me off.
Don't worry, I won't. Would you crack open a cold one for the lads? And lads on tour, or...
You got me. I'm a piece of shit. I would love to hear in a couple years Vanilla Rice involved in a horrible tragedy. I have to be honest with you. That's what's going on in my mind right now. And it's sad, and some of it's my own fault. Yeah, you're right. You got me. Some of it's my own fault because I do such a goofy fucking show for all time. And I allow people to plug themselves to no end. Ban absolutely everybody in the chat that writes the name of that podcast. Everybody. Everybody. It's not 4chan. These guys are YouTubers. You know, they went over to that thing in England over the way. They tried to lick everybody's ass so they could become YouTube famous. Hey, Vanilla Rice, you weren't too fucking witty when you got me on. You couldn't come around. At least the last guy got me. You couldn't. Nah, I'm only going people I don't know. Glad you're on here.
I just wanted to say that the thing that ticks me off the most about this whole family thing is that youngest kid seems to have ODD.
There's something going on there, yeah, probably.
If he has ODD, obstinate defiant disorder, a pranking household is not the place for him. Because what ODD does is it makes a child want to not listen to authority and do shit that's like, you know, not normal. Like, you know, some of that feces stuff and stuff like that. Like, it makes you not want to listen to authority and not do what's societally normal. If you're teaching this
I had that too.
Pranking and shit is normal.
Yeah.
That's not, like, that doesn't match up with his disorder.
I don't know. I don't like going that route because I'm not a doctor, dude.
If the allegations are
If the
true,
allegations, yeah,
then
sure.
it's fine. I'm not,
I don't know.
Well, it's not fine. It's still fucked up.
But I know what you mean. You want to help. That's a good thing. I don't know. It does feel like they're picking on the weakest link. Kids don't understand this shit nowadays. I honestly had some kids defending a 13-year-old boy dating a 30-year-old woman because, oh man, I hope you got your drama today. You got it out of me. And that's the thing. Vanilla Rice is all of 16 years old. I don't think I would have done that at 16. I don't know if I'd have done what he did in 16. I don't know.
These lads on tour, like, that's fucked up.
I would have promoted their shit because I like Vanilla Rice, but I actually liked Vanilla Rice, and I thought he was funny, and I liked his videos. But I will never promote anything he ever does. And if I find out something about him or his family, I'll run it. And I'm not kidding. You got any dirt on Vanilla Rice, and it's legit, I'll run it. See how he likes it. Maybe we can get that all the way to Scarce. I got his fucking DMs. You're sorry. Fuck you. All right, Glitch.
Well, that's all I got. See ya.
See ya. Good call. No, I'm not putting in fucking dated rhyme. Because then I'm just begging. Then it's my own fault. No, the whole thing's my own fault. Because I can't even get that mad because I can't do anything serious. Strangle, you're on the air.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Sorry, I keep having the stream turned on. I was going to ask.
Sure.
Your opinion on the situation. Personally, I think this is it's got to be child abuse. And
yeah.
Do you think the whole YouTuber bro you just got pranked thing is behavior to take precedent.
You got cut off for a second. Thank you for the donation.
Fuck. Should I just start over? Or?
No, yeah, start over. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you that having YouTubers as popular parents children is setting a precedent for Child Protective Services, because I know that Child Protective Services are underfunded. Come out worse than the.
I don't think it's underfunded. I think it's because the people they attract. That's my personal experience. They seem to attract dregs of society and power-hungry maniacs. Thank you for Banana Grab. I completely fucked childhood, which is why I'm listening, not calling. No, thanks. Well, obviously I did too. Strangle, I think it would be fair. I guess I don't want to commit. And you can call me a coward all you want because, like I said, we don't know the whole situation. But if you feel that's child abuse and you feel somebody should go in there, I prefer the Brotherhood to Lads on Tour, Spartans. Now that's how to be funny. If you feel that way, I don't think that's unreasonable.
But honestly, and they've said on their Twitter or something that they're angry at people who are making complaints. And I don't fucking blame the people who are making complaints.
I can't. I don't know if I can blame them either. I mean, they're first. Y'all just a bunch of haters.
You've got to concern yourself with the kids.
Yeah, y'all a bunch of haters. Guess who I learned that from? Yeah, COSDEP. They use the COSDEP defense. I don't know, man. I just it really bugs me, and this is why I didn't do the show yesterday, because I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
I think honestly, Tommy, and I'm gonna. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be a dick, but
sure, go ahead.
I think you should have waited. I really think
I probably should have. No, you're right. You're not being a dick. You're just being honest.
The amount of information that is out. If you feel so strongly about it, and you've done it this.
I shouldn't have done it because I can't handle this shit. I can't. It's too close to home. I shouldn't have done it yeah. Well, I think here was my idea, and maybe I fucked this up too, and I'm glad you called me out. My idea was tell everybody to take a fucking step back because nobody's saying that, everybody's pointing fingers. And that's all I'm seeing on Twitter. And and one of the reasons I did this is there's a demand. Look, I got to service a demand, right? And there was a lot of pressure on me to do it yesterday, and I want to service this demand, and I also want to put a different opinion out there, and I also want to fucking, I don't know, make some sense and be rational and not virtue signal. I don't want to do more damage, and I thought I could do my part, and I blew it. Sorry. And I let Vanilla Rice, a fucking 16-year-old British kid, piss me off, you know?
Fault for being a cunt. I mean, he's obviously not.
No, he's not. And I take it back.
I'm situation, but he's just being a dick.
Yeah, I know. I take it back what I said. I'm just so mad.
It's for the clicks. It's for the YouTube ad.
Yeah. Now? I mean, you have to do that now?
No, not fucking now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably forgive him in an hour. You know what I'm like. I always forgive everybody.
Yeah.
But no, I think you might be right. I should have waited. But I mean, it's also too. I tried to wait yesterday, and then you got. This is the biggest story. This is mainstream news. How do I not do this? This is what was my job.
I'm thinking if you hadn't done this today, it would have come up on the podcast regardless, no matter what you've done.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't look at it that way. I want to get it right. I want to do the right thing. But maybe I'm making it worse. You know, I can fucking look at myself and say you fucked up. I don't know what maybe I will. Dave told me not to do this, and he's probably right. But it's very frustrating for me to see this come about, and it feels like it feels like, I don't know. You ever see the movie Kill a Mockingbird? And they're all fucking convinced this black guy raped a girl, and it just feels like there's that atmosphere on Twitter, and somebody's got to say stop. Somebody's got to stand in front of the room. If you kill this guy, you're gonna have to kill me too. Maybe I wasn't the guy to do that. You know, there's no laughs here. You know, and that's what I like to do.
No, it's serious stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done this. I mean, well, I fucking am.
Yeah, you are. It's okay. I can take criticism. Thanks for the criticism. I think you're right.
But
Huh.
God, there's not enough for people
Yeah.
to talk accurately about it. And I've seen so many videos on YouTube, and I think just there's so many people who are cashing in on this. And
Well,
for what?
I tried to make it funny.
Algorithm's gone.
I tried to make him dumber than RiceGum, which he is. That's really saying.
No, I totally fucking agree with you.
Yeah, I finally found a dumber
what
YouTuber
comes
than.
out of this situation, he's not a good guy.
No. I just think he's that stupid. Like he really doesn't know. And now they're probably getting scared to lose the children.
I mean, I've been reading up on this recently because I wasn't involved in the situation to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
He's been giving his child bloody noses on camera before.
Really? And we don't know that, but we don't know that's a work 100%. I mean, it's still tasteless as fuck. You know?
It's really, really tasteless, but
Oh. And I'm
doing it for the ad revenue. I'd think you're a scummy shit, but at least there's some reason for doing this.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what it's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is getting anything out of this?
I don't know if anybody's getting anything out of this. I think a lot of fucking virtue signalers are fucking getting their YouTube videos out and feeling good about themselves.
That's the way we're going.
Yeah. Thank you for the call.
No problem. Cheers.
Yeah. You can call me out. Maybe I should have waited. But I wasn't ready for the lads on tour. That's for damn sure. Not today. Maybe I'll just maybe I'll lighten up in an hour or two. Leech, you're on here.
Hey, what's up?
You tell me.
Oh, I feel horrible watching these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
great.
I muted you for a second by accident, and I apologize. Go ahead.
No, it's all fine, Tommy. I was about to take that minute to rant, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, this stuff when I see these videos of Cody,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a crap ton, and now the guy is actually starting to delete videos off of his channel.
Yeah, that's what Repsion was saying.
It makes him look just a little bit more guilty.
Yeah, it does. But
the thing is right. People compare it to, for example, the Angry Grandpa show, right? Because it's staged and it's
but they're all adults.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They are all consenting adults.
Yeah.
Who legitimately can cope with these situations.
Sure. I mean, the Eddie Greg is a complete work with the McJuggernuggets thing, like Psycho Dad was a work. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. You know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with kind of teasing. I mean, me and you are wrestling guys. You know, I don't mind like teasing the fact that maybe it's real, maybe it isn't. You know, I'm all about the entertainment. You know,
I don't even have a problem like if it would just be a little bit of crazy family life, you know, like a bad sitcom, just like another bad reality TV show, you know, like these very bad ones.
Yeah.
Where they are getting in a bunch of fake drama.
Yeah.
But this screaming at this child, right? Even if it's staged, this child at some point is going to look back at these videos, and it's not like Keem's daughter, for example, right? She's just the daughter of Keem, who happens to be in a few random Twitter videos.
Yeah, that's true. Well, my daughter was too.
Are legitimately the center of the attention of getting pushed around, getting. I think in one of the videos, one of the elderly brothers actually slams Cody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in these situations, I'm like, you know, a dude like AJ Styles is a trained professional wrestler, but this 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid isn't.
Yeah, I understand that, but and that kid hit the ground pretty hard. But I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't see that in my own family. You know, hey, it's Hulk Hogan. Come here, Greg. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's enough to take the kid away, and I don't know. I only saw that one part of it, but brothers fight. You know,
that's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say. I know what happens to people when the kid gets taken away and shit goes down the reel, right?
Yeah.
We all know it from either people we know or immediate relatives or whatever.
I know it right here in this country.
Yeah.
I experienced it directly in this country. The most frightening people I've ever met. They all look like they should have guarded concentration camps. You know, or maybe, and probably their relatives did. But go ahead, Leach.
Really, mostly I'm afraid of the long-lasting effects of the kids that are mostly getting pushed around. Like the elderly ones, right? They might be able to take one or few of these, like, pranks in quotation marks.
Yeah.
But this 7-year-old kid is going to go to preschool, first grade. Then maybe until 4th grade it's all good because they don't realize. But when it gets to like 6th grade, 7th grade, when the children get into YouTube themselves, he is going to be done for at this point at least.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's like I can't measure the damage. I don't even want to think about it. I don't know. Maybe there'll be none. You know, I mean, I had the shit kicked out of me, and I'm normal. You know.
Yeah, but there's a difference in just getting the shit kicked out of, which is also what happened to me. That's why I'm doing rather okay.
Yeah.
But if you got your strings pulled at everything, right?
Yeah.
Your parents put you in this position,
and
then they are not going to only point the finger at you, but only also to your like parents. And when you're in that age where you can think for yourself, and then also puberty hits in.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor, Leach. I can't imagine any of this shit is good. I don't feel comfortable speculating on the amount of damage that it's doing to this kid. And somebody else called before, it was a Glitch Pro, and he was talking about like if this kid has this. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, at the end, just the possibility that this kid could suffer damages is something a father that would truly be loving of his children take into consideration. Just the sheer possibility.
I don't know. I think this guy's an idiot. I don't know. That's my feeling. That's the only thing I'll commit to. Is the guy's a fucking moron. You know.
The weakest scene in all of it was when he was like, "If this, I don't know. Have you seen this video where he legitimately says to the little boy, if this hits 1 million views, I get you a PS4."
No, I started when I saw him hit the red-haired boy in the arm. I don't know. He was like moving around. He hit him, man. I was like, I want to kill the guy. I want to hurt him. You know, and take a fucking board to his head. That's what goes to your head. And you go, wait a minute, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of murder. And you shouldn't think that way. But it's I hope, I pray that somebody goes over there and checks out, and hopefully those kids. And if somebody does have to make a decision, that they make the best possible decision. And I think that's all you can hope for.
You know, well, you always have to keep in mind there's still a biological mother out there somewhere.
Yeah, he is, but we don't know her deal either. And maybe she did get screwed. Maybe they did make a false allegation. I don't know any of that. All I know is I've seen crackheads keep their kids. So that set a light bulb off on me. Whoa. Look, we have the biological mother here. We'll just turn them over to them like it's a fucking movie. It's not a movie, you know. So that's the way I feel about it. But I mean, I think you know what it is. You know what it is too. It's like you feel the same way I do, and everybody else that's outraged. You want, and it's like the Mormon guy that called in the beginning. You want to go in there and just like hug these kids and tell them it's going to be okay, and you can't. And that's a lot of kids. These kids just happen to be on YouTube, and you know about them. There's tons and tons and tons of children all over the Western world that are like this, and it's 10 times worse when it's outside the Western world. Saw the kids in Iraq, too. They would love to live. That's another thing. Kids I saw in Iraq, they'd love to live in that house where they only get slapped around a little and maybe thrown on the ground once in a while.
Right,
beats a bomb.
Right.
You know? So, you a grown man.
It's all really just pedaling around thin air.
Yeah. Well, we all want to help, and our emotions are getting the best of us, and we're not thinking. We're turning into a rabble. You know, we're getting what do you call it? Worked up into a moral panic, and somebody's got to go in there and be sensible and calm and be German.
Yeah, for once, that would actually be a good thing. Yeah.
Yes, it would be a very good thing in this scenario. Thank you for the call, Leach. Appreciate it, buddy.
Peace.
You're a good man. I'm only taking my friends because I can't have that happen again. Why I'm always attracted to Mr. Mango. No, let's take... fuck, I'm afraid to take somebody new. Let's go unknown... Oh, this will be good. Unknown phone caller, you're on the air. Don't piss me off.
Oh, hello.
What's up, man?
Am I there?
What you got?
Oh, I was just going to say, I kind of grew up in a shitty household, similar to seeing what's there. but I'm not going to say take the kids away. I've had friends who've lost their kids. It's
Yeah.
pretty traumatic. I mean, first of all, I think that they need some like education on parenting, and two, change their vlogging style.
I think that's what Keem was trying to do. Maybe like he was trying to like hint at them, and they were like, "It ain't what it seems."
Right, and they are very ignorant. That's what I can
she's
gather from
painfully
it.
ignorant. You know,
Like my wife watches a lot of YouTube stuff, and I hear how much crap she watches. She watches the family vloggers and stuff. It's not good content.
it
but
isn't. Yeah, I'd never watch it. No wonder I didn't know about these bozos.
No, it's boring, and it is still like making money off your kids, but it's like far less abusive.
Like Shay Carl,
Like,
I guess, right?
Yeah. Except Shay Carl is a piece of crap, though.
Why? Because he likes chicks.
No, not that. It's I still don't agree with you're still monetizing your family. At that point. It's just a
I don't
different
know, but isn't he like a Christian do-gooder guy? Let's forget the fact that he was, talking about anal with an e-girl that I put on this show.
I mean,
proudly.
a lot of pressure on him. I mean,
Yeah.
he had, what, 5, 6 kids?
I hope things work out for Shay, but I could still laugh at him.
Yeah, no, I laugh at all those. My wife watches a bunch of dumb people. Like she even goes on the drama pages for those things.
Yeah.
It's a circus.
I don't know. It's why I never talk about Lieutenant Corbus. It's why I was always hesitant to take no fucker side in that or go against her, because I don't think she belongs there doing that. But at the same time, I guess you kind of pointed out, maybe unwittingly, that I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I don't know if what they're doing is terrible. Assuming, everything's... I mean, if they're just showing them going to the beach and everybody's having a good fucking time and, they put an ad or two in there, like, what the hell's wrong with that?
Right, that's far more acceptable than, like I said, these channels on YouTube aren't exactly cutting edge or entertaining. Like, it's usually people being assholes in public.
You know what this shows too, and I guess it's what frightens me with the ads. It's just that YouTube has, and maybe it's not their fault. I'll even go this far, but it's just too big. They have no idea what's going on in this site at high level, and that's why they're vague about everything.
For the most part.
Yeah, they have no fucking clue.
So, like, I mean, if you went to a family vlog style, but why would you write it to look like you're being a piece of shit to your kids? Like, if you are in control of all your content at that point.
If I had to guess, I'm going to speculate a little bit. I have a feeling that Mr. DaddyOFive to 10 grew up in a household that's a lot worse. He loves his family. He loves his mom and dad. And this is not half as bad as what he grew up in, so he doesn't see the problem.
No, and like I said, I grew up in an abusive household. Do I wish CPS came and took me away? No, not really. Do I wish my dad read a few more fucking books about how to not be abusive, like verbally or physically?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that'd be great.
It's funny because that's why I think there's hope. Just the fact that he's stupid. Then he's like, no, you don't do that. Really, you don't? And then if he stops doing it, then maybe everybody can live happily ever after, or at least a little better. There are the psychopath dads that don't care. They just like beating around their kids. I mean, and I just...
If I can give you anecdotal evidence, like my dad just had anger problems. He loves me.
Sure.
And he had his fucked up set of priorities, but like I still got that, he cares about me.
Sure.
And I get that from this guy too, but like I said, he's just dumb.
Yeah, he's
like,
just
and that's
really
I'm
dumb.
not calling him dumb to insult him. Like that's just what
I'm not insulted. I really, it's the kindest thing you can say about this guy. That's going easy on him after what he uploaded. He's dumb.
Like, if you're in charge of your own content, don't make it look like you're slamming your kid's face in a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Don't make it look like you're making your kid go having a fucking.
Well, we exaggerate things a little bit. Jesus, your kids are.
Your kids are not acting. They're not.
Cody wants to be an actor when he grows up. Look, he's.
That kid wants to be left alone 90% of the fucking time. I watch
Well, you do get the smallest kid in the room. We've seen this in school. Like the smallest kid in the room is. I hate to say the redheaded stepchild. That's the only thing that's fucking ironic about this whole thing. Is the smallest kid is going to get picked. I mean, you see it with fucking puppies. The runt gets nipped the most. And I think that's what's going on here. And we're supposed to be better than that. We're not supposed to act like animals, and they're acting like fucking animals.
The people are animals. That's human nature. I was the youngest. I got my ass beat by my dad and my brother. Like,
yeah.
They thought they're trying to toughen my skin.
How are you doing now? You normal?
Far from it, but I'm coping. I mean, like,
you doing all right? You got a job? You got a job?
I got a job. I'm married. I have a job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back to school. Like, I'm not horribly fucked up. There's things I wish I could deal with better, but like, it's not crippled me in my life.
Yeah, I got you. Same here.
Like, I mean, there's different generations of how kids are raised now.
Same thing. You know, my parents did the best they could for me, but I mean, and God, I hope every day that I'm not doing the same stupid thing.
What parent is not going to do the best though? Like, so you're just doing the best that you can. These guys are doing the best they can.
But sometimes the best you can might be still enough to get your kids pulled away from you because you're insane or stupid.
Yes.
And that may be the case here.
Just this guy needs to get a job and like raise his family instead of relying on the money his family makes off YouTube.
Yeah, do you get that impression too? I mean, we can't say that for sure either. He could have a real job. You know.
He could, but I don't know. I don't know what his life is. I don't know what the timing between videos are. If he went out every day, he does not have a real job. He's just fucking with his kids to make money off them.
Okay.
But like,
yeah, I get
go
you.
work, make money for your kids. Stop, like, inadvertently, or just change your fucking format. One of the two. I don't know.
Yeah, right. No, I think the format's dead. They do that again. I think that'd be a good night, nurse. All right, man. Thanks for the call. Good call, man. Real good call. Real good call, in fact. 310, you're on here.
Wait, have I got on?
Yeah, you're on, buddy.
Tell me, honestly, at this point in time, obviously tonight's subject is a serious one, and there's no point to joke around with it. You know, you see people like that, and it's really ridiculous. I want to thank you for your inspiration. You know, obviously, like, I haven't seen this firsthand, so honestly, seeing somebody like you,
I can't take it. He can get the point. He's probably leading to a joke. So that's it, folks. I'm done. Glad I inspire you. Sorry I lost it. I'll fucking unban fucking Vanilla. I do like the kid. Let's see. Vanilla idiot. Use some better judgment. I know you're 16. But think. A little bit. Everybody knows I'm fucking crazy. I know you're just trying to fucking get famous on YouTube. I get that. I want that too. Come on, man. Just use a little better judgment. I'm not mad at you. I mean what I said. You're a dumb fucking kid. And DaddyOFive to 10 is a dumb fucking adult. Hope, but you have a better chance. And to be perfectly honest with you, I can't dump on you guys for goofing on me because of the type of show that I've been running, and I take full responsibility for it, and I'll be looking really goddamn forward to do it again. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be running this maybe this Saturday. I don't even know. See what happens. See you tomorrow, 3 p.m.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you bout to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read the meagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headline.